We have one seat open on the Board of Selectmen, and we have 3 wonderful candidates running for that. It's always very exciting to be able to have discussions about what's happening in town around elections. So I would like to invite Chris Cavaretta, Bruno Federico, and Joe Lovejoy.
I'm obviously very interested in what's happening with our schools. I'm interested in our law enforcement. I believe Chief Skippa, a terrific hire. I have nothing but good things to say about the current Board of Selectmen, past Board of Selectmen. I think Stratham is an amazing town with amazing individuals. I think evidenced by the fact that you're all here tonight. When there are other things that can be done, you're here because you're interested in the future of Stratham. I too am invested in the future of Stratham. I love the history of Stratham. We have done many things. People look to Stratham as a wonderful place to live, a wonderful place to play. Stratham Hill Park is such a wonderful staple of this community, and it's a wonderful opportunity, I feel, to be able to run for selectmen and to represent this town and helping us move forward as we prepare to celebrate the 300th anniversary of this place and to honor the past while looking forward to the future. I have met with a few of the department heads in town, including Colin, who's here tonight, and I have been very impressed with the professionalism of our town employees, very impressed with the work they do. I've never heard a negative thing about any town employee. I have walked away from my meetings with them extremely impressed and also grateful as a resident of Stratham that we do have such amazing employees helping to keep us safe and to provide for us the services we have in this town. I am currently on the Zoning Board of Adjustment. I'm also on the Parks and Recreation Board. It is a wonderful thing to be able to be on the Parks and Recreation Board, to be able to say, I participated in recreation sports in this town, and to be able to help ensure that my children have good activities and athletic endeavors to pursue in this town. I have enjoyed being on those boards.
So growth is going to be very, very difficult in the next couple of years. We have some major issues. We want to keep our taxes low, but we need to grow our commercial base in order to keep those taxes low. Right now, we're working with the towns of Exeter and Portsmouth to try to determine the best possible way for water from, hopefully from Exeter, and wastewater to Portsmouth. So let me go over my vision for the next few years if I'm re-elected. Communication. Over the last several years, we've implemented the Selectmen's newsletter, and that comes out basically once or twice every 2 months. We try to inform the residents of all the major issues that are occurring. That's great, but I think in the future we need to hold more meetings with the public. We try to encourage everybody to come to the Monday night meetings, but we don't get much of a result during those meetings. So communications, so to engage in community involvement, we need to work harder to hold these types of forums to discuss major issues affecting the town. Planning. Need to continue to update the town's master plan. If we state our goals and objectives in the master plan, we have a clear path to how we want to grow the town. We need to be more proactive in jump-starting the commercial business in the business district, the Gateway Business District. And also, I think people tend to forget, we have a huge parcel at the old community college. It has been bought by Juliet Marine, but it's probably going to be a while before they move their operations into that building. So they've come to us and says, what other redevelopment objectives? And I think we're going to work with them to determine the best redevelopment objectives for that site. So hopefully we can get some tax base coming into Stratham. Recreation, we've done a lot in the past few years. We've expanded the Stevens Fields. We've just built a potential field next to the softball field here. And we built a beautiful walking track. I don't know if any of you have used it, but it is a beautiful walking track. And we also need to address the aging population. So we need to provide more recreation activities for us folks that are over 55. Because I like to go on field trips every once in a while. I know one of my brethren on the board attends all of the field trips. Public safety, we continue to support our public safety people, both police, fire, and highway. One of the critical issues is going to be the fire department over the next couple of years. The volunteer community has not been growing enough to support all of the service calls. So I think we need to look at what the available options are to staff that fire department during those periods where we have very little response. And lastly, infrastructure. And in order to grow the commercial base, both in the town center, the office, professional office, and also the gateway, we need to provide water and sewer. So those would be the major issues over the next few years.
I believe that I bring something complementary to the backgrounds of both Mr. Canada as well as Mr. Copeland, your current continuing selectman. One a small business owner, the other spent his career in public safety and police work. I think that the critical issues that face this town, you've heard a little bit about it, and as an accountant I can't help but throw just a few numbers at you, and these were taken from the vital statistics portion of this document and some predecessor ones, and they were startling to me, and I suspect they perhaps will be to you. In 2011, we had 22 births recorded in Stratham, 45 deaths. 2012, 15 births, 45 deaths. 2013, 20 births and 43 deaths. And I don't know what happened in 2014, but we only had 7 births and 33 deaths. I think that, as has been mentioned by others, the school board people and the fellow candidates, we need to work hard and we need to find ways to bring young people to this community, either keep young people that are already here or find young people elsewhere that will be willing to move here. That may well entail having to look at affordable housing. That certainly will be on my agenda if elected. We also have to bring business here so that at least some of those people will be able to work locally. That's a priority for me. The other thing that we need to do while pursuing younger people is make sure that we take care of people of my vintage or even older. In any event, we can't obviously focus all of our attention on bringing young people here to the exclusion of the folks that are already here. The second thing that at least I believe we need to make a priority of, and it's already been mentioned this evening, is attracting significant new business to the town. The pursuit of water and sewer to accommodate some of that business certainly needs to continue to be a priority, and hard work needs to be put into making sure that we're able to regionalize that for economic reasons. At the same time, we need to pay attention to the businesses that are already here. Take care of what you have and not devote all of your attention to something that you think you might want. I ask for your vote on March 10th.